Hello, Instagram. Hello, my family. How's everybody? How is everybody? Hey, man. So yeah, come on, because I thought I was gonna do an Instagram interview live with Bradley. I'm not sure if he's gonna jump on, but I'll tell you what, guys. It's not the fucking end of the world if he doesn't jump on, because let me tell you what happened. I want to share an experience with you guys, if you don't mind. I want to share an experience with the Amanita Muscaria, the sacred mushroom, dried, safe when dried, powerful shit, the reindeer. Eli, bro, I want to share a secret with you, man, since you're the only person here jumping on right now. Mate, I'm supposed to do an interview, yeah? I don't think he's going to come, the guy, but get this. The Amanita Muscaria, I've been microdosing and getting little benefits. Today, you guys have no idea, I'm super excited to share this because I'm high right now. I'm literally high. I did a bit more than a microdose of the Amanita Muscaria, the sacred mushroom, you know, the red and white Christmas mushroom, the red and white mushroom that fucking Mario charges him up. I get it now, guys. I get it from my own experiences, what I'm feeling right now. I'm high on Mario Brothers mushrooms, the sacred mushroom, the Amanita Muscaria. This is power shit. Guys, let me tell you, if you want to heal yourself, Tuge, let me tell you too, if you want to heal yourself, fuck man, buy some of the shit, buy some Amanita Muscaria. I get it now, I get it, from my own experience, what I'm experiencing right now, I'll tell you a story of what I did. I've taken a little bit more than normal. I'm like high, I'm like healed. I'm like, this is power shit, pow. Amanita Muscaria, God bless you, you are a sacred mushroom. How fucking dare society tell you that it's poison? I get it now. I understand why they call this poison, why they push it, even within our health community, why they say this is poison. I understand. I understand why they call this poison. I get it. Because, like many lies out there, they don't want you to heal quickly. Bradley, you're there. Let me just explain. Bradley, request to join. I'll add you in 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I want to get this information out there on the Amanita, because I swear down, I'm on a healing mission, yeah? You know me, guys. I want you guys to heal as fast as possible. Stop wasting your time. To heal, you need to buy Amanita Muscaria. Holy shit, take the risk. Trust me, it's a huge lie. That it's a fucking poison. It's a huge lie. It's the opposite. You know, like sun gazing is dangerous. Look, the sun is dangerous. Drinking your pee is dangerous. Yada yada. Don't do fasting. You're gonna die. Blah blah blah. And yoga attracts demons. All the bullshit lies out there, man, in the community. This is the one. Look what happened. I was getting microdosing, very small benefits. Microdosing is microdosing, right? I ate like 4 caps about 2 hours ago. So I had 4 caps. Not a lot. I'd say that 4 caps is about. I had about 5 or... I don't have a weighing scale. I had about 5 or 6 G. So I guess it's not a microdose, but it's not a huge amount, because if you eat loads, it also can be dangerous. So don't eat like 50 caps, you go crazy. Be careful. So I had 4 caps of this, and I had 200 grams. This is only 100 grams, and eating half of it, that's 50. But anyway, long story short, I ate 4 caps of this, and I went to sleep, because Amanita is very unique. Amanita is very unique in 2 ways in the mushroom world. It works on the body, not just on the brain. That's a huge plus. Even bigger plus for me on Amanita versus the Liberty caps and the other mushrooms is it's very unique. It works in your sleep. Amanita can put you to sleep at times. When it's really working, deciding on what it wants to do, this sacred medicine to you, it can put you to sleep. So I went to sleep. I felt tired. I thought it was detoxification. I thought, oh, it's because I've eaten some bad foods. Maybe it's just detoxification. I'm going to sleep now. That happens to me sometimes when I eat bad foods, even 1 meal a day. I will feel tired, and sometimes I'll give in to tiredness and go to sleep. But what I didn't realise was, the actual truth was, this was making me go to sleep. So, anyway, I took it about an hour ago. I had 4G of this. I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, pow! Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm high. I'm healed. My brain is healed. That's what I woke up to. I woke up about half an hour ago. It's still in me now. The healing level of the Amanita Muscaria. My brain is healed. This medicine, when I ate it, sent me to sleep, and in my sleep, it just honored me with healing. On a level, like, on a hero dose level of shrooms. Like you take an ecstasy. It's a bit similar to being ecstasy, being present. When you're completely present and high, I can still talk, I can still do things, I can still pretend to be normal. But inside I'm like, whoosh, oh, I'm healed. Oh, I had a broken brain. Oh, I had a brain hemisphere imbalance. Oh, right. You forget that sometimes. Because now I've got the clarification from the mushrooms. It's put me fucking in the zone. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is good, man. So I woke up from that. I'm like, I was around my friends and like, so yeah, come on, jump on this live. I think, Bradley, you're there, man. Did you request to join though? If not, I can request you. But man, God, guys, please, fucking buy some Amanita Muscaria. Holy shit. You know where to get it from. I've got it on my linktree, 10% off too, and it's fucking cheap. But it does help me, obviously, with the commissions. I appreciate you. If you got it through, you know it through me, then please help me out and buy this shit. But hey, fuck the money, because like this is healing shit. Holy crap. And it's cheap too. I paid 100 euros for 200 grams. That's 2 big bagfuls of this. That's a lot. You need to macrodose it. I'm not recommending people microdose it unless you're a baby. At the beginning only. I'm going to start experimenting with amounts and get back to you guys. Although it's unpredictable. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a bit of a different mushroom. It's unpredictable but beautiful and powerful. Understand what I'm saying when I say unpredictable. It doesn't always have the same amount of the muscimol, which is what it gives it its power. When it dehydrates, it gets a lot of muscimol. It's unpredictable, so a small one might not have any. So that's why you need to buy, in my opinion, more than just like a 30-gram ounce, because sometimes it might not work. Sometimes, like now, fuck, 4 or 5 caps. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, yeah, this is my brain, man. This is me. This is who I was. This I'm feeling now from the Amanita Muscaria. It's blessed with me with the feeling, the vibes of what it, and the brain, the neuroplasticity, the presence that I used to have as a kid. That's what it's done. Like a little example to me of what I used to feel like as a kid, like permanently. Well, whilst I'm high. But then, whilst I'm high, no, when I come away from this, I know there's shit going on. I know my brain is rebalanced. I know there's some permanent shit. When you get to these levels, then your brain starts rebalancing fully and you start really healing yourself on a deep level. So yeah, it won't last, but it's really deep fucking healing, man. People that don't like plant medicine and say, oh, I'd rather do it through meditation in a cave 24/7. Go and fucking do it in a cave then, 24/7. Turn off Facebook, turn off social media, go and sit in a cave, go and have your Kundalini experience for yourself and let yourself know that you are God. Have that amazing experience and don't tell anybody. Stay in the cave. Don't help anybody. Stay in a cave. Know that you are God and don't help anybody. Or you can fucking do plant medicine in your room by yourself, no one around, and fucking realize you're God. Then realize that you are God, like I was saying, and fucking heal yourself. You're an idiot if you don't use plant medicine. You're an idiot if you don't use plant medicine. You're an idiot if you don't buy Amanita Muscaria when it's so fucking cheap and available for your healing. And it's sacred mushroom that they've been telling you is poison. You believe the lies and you're too scared to risk it because you've heard that people die or people get injured from Amanita Muscaria when they take too much. Oh man, people are idiots. Idiots. You're an idiot if you don't want to buy this shit, man. Come on. What you do, what I promote, is the things that are cheap that do the most powerful shit. That's cheap. It does the most powerful shit. I also know people aren't loaded either. So use your money wisely. That's what I live my code by. Use your money wisely. The little money you got, use it fucking wisely on your healing, on the best healing shit, the fastest healing shit out there. It's the mushrooms, man. Would that be the other mushrooms? I love them all. And this one, the Amanita Muscaria. So yeah, okay, let me see if Bradley's going to join, man. There we go. We're going to know my code. Look at the linktree on my profile, guys. I can even DM you, talk to you about it. I'm going to talk so much about it. So much. It's so powerful. Yeah. Bradley.
What's up, Harry? Good to meet you.
1 second,
Good to
Bradley.
see you, man.
Okay, I actually can hear you. I don't even think I need the headphones. That's cool.
Hey, I was just listening to your mushroom rant.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Honest to God, man. I've never been high like this for a long time. And it's through my sleep. It's not even, it doesn't freak me out. There's no come up, come down. You know, I normally freak out when it's too much of a shift. Now I'm not freaking out. I'm like, this is just who I am. It's the mushrooms, man. The sacred. You tried it?
No, I'm still waiting for my shipment from Reindeer.
Oh, so you bought some. Well, hey, how much, man?
Yeah.
Hopefully a big amount.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice, bro.
I've got a rich history with psychedelics. So, but I've never tried Amanita.
Cool. Yeah, oh man, you're gonna love this shit, man. So you've got a history for this stuff. Okay, let me get the headphones because I'm gonna make it proper and then we come back. So yeah, bro, let's flow. Whereabouts you based, man?
I'm in Georgia right now, which is in the southeast of the United States. but I've been nomadic for about the last 8 years, bro.
Nice. And how comes? Like you've been on this healing journey for a long time, yeah?
Yeah, mushrooms got me into this healing journey, I'd say, back when I was in my early 20s. And I used to go out to the woods and take large amounts, 5 to a couple quarters of psilocybin. And quickly my reality
Saying you were going to the woods and you take large amounts of psilocybin.
Yes.
Huh?
And just naturally quit my job and started just backpacking around the world.
Nice. Wow, that's really brave. Man, let's go back to the beginning here. So unpack this a little bit. There must have been a reason that motivated you to do all things different to what other people was doing, because that's definitely not a normal thing to eat loads of mushrooms on the ground. People say that's poison. And then second, they say, why the fuck are you going bikepacking at a young age? So what happened, man? Did you have like an awakening crisis? Was it slow and steady? You always knew?
No, I think it was, I was in a bubble my whole life, surrounded by people that were left that bubble. I left that bubble after college and realized I just didn't have the influence of anyone around me anymore, and started to just allow myself to make my own decisions. And I was drawn to things like psychedelics, and I added that to things I like doing, like camping and hiking, and those are just a match made in heaven, bro.
Yeah, man. Camping, hiking, nature, mushrooms. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, man.
And that was back in I quit my job back in 2012, and so that whole craze of 2012 was going on. And I was like, I got to jump on this wave. Whatever this wave is, I'm getting on it. And obviously the world didn't end back then, but we're seeing shifts continually happen as the years pass on.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. Yeah, 2012 is the shift, wasn't it? It wasn't the end of the world. Obviously, we're still here. But it was a massive shift. Same with me. I upgraded. I went traveling for the first time in 2012. How weird. I'd never done it by myself before. 2012 was when I felt like the need to do it. Yeah, it was a good year.
Nice. What prompted you?
Stagnation. I was doing ending up losing jobs, basic jobs I couldn't do, like I was working in Boots and the checkouts, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't cope being around people, socially anxious. Knew that I needed something. I was drinking alcohol, I think, up to 2000. Still drinking alcohol, man. So yeah, I had to cut shit out and change, and traveling got me out of all that situation, man. Helped me big time, facing my fears.
Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah, traveling has a way of doing that, of just giving me new perspectives, showing me different ways that people live. And I just I loosen my grip on the way that I'm living and the patterns that aren't serving me when I travel.
Yeah. Pow. And you say you've been around the world. Yeah, that's powerful, man. I think there's something really to traveling, what you just said. That's one huge benefit. There's loads. One of them is if you are stuck, or you just want to upgrade massively, get out of the old thinking patterns. You can do mushrooms and you can do traveling, or you can do both.
You can do both. No, and that's the thing. Like when we're stuck physically, mentally, emotionally. And the way to counter that is, what's the easiest thing to do? Well, you start moving physically. That's the grossest action that I can take. And so some of us are so stuck inside that we go thousands of miles away and start moving just to start getting those wheels turning within us. I mean, I went all the way to the tip of South America. Like that's how far I had to get away from whatever stagnation I was experiencing, just to start to feel motion again.
Yeah, good for you. Patagonia, isn't it? Down the south of America, I think. Argentina, Chile.
Yeah, I was there for over a year in Patagonia.
Oh, wow, bro. And that's super cold over there, so icy and shit, isn't it? Like, it's proper ice, proper cold.
Brutal weather, bro. Brutal weather.
Yeah. Look at that, man. Like, this is the thing with what we're doing, like the warriors that we are. We're not just warriors emotionally and we always do the right thing. Think about that in terms of temperature. If you're living in a place consciously, you decide to go live in a place that's fucking freezing cold and what you're not used to, and you put your hands go, you go out, and if you don't put your hat on, your ears will go numb and fall off. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Your hands will freeze. That's brave, man. That's fucking bravery. That's what people do to change their lives. What have you done, man?
It's true, man. You know, at the time, I feel like it's partly my own karma too. I don't know how conscious of a decision it was. I was just kind of like following the string and whatever I was drawn to and whatever kept arising in my mind. I just thought, okay, well, if this keeps arising in my mind, I'm going to pay attention to it and follow it and see what happens. So I read this book. I read this book, bro, on ayahuasca. And I ended up emailing the author of it. And I asked him, yo, how can I get to have one of these experiences in like the jungles, in the real deal? And he emailed me back, surprisingly. And he's like, look, let me hook you up with someone. I'll put you in touch. And so I got in touch with this guy who barely spoke any English. And somehow I arranged it. So when I went down to South America, the first thing I did basically was go deep into the Amazon jungle to live with these natives, the native Matsis Indians, to do ayahuasca and a bunch of other medicines.
Yeah. Oh. Bro, that's insane. So you've been living with these people as one of the first things you've done. What a way to initiate yourself into that lifestyle. Like, go fully in with people that are living that natural lifestyle. How did you find that? That must have been such an amazing blessing experience to be with them. Even not even the ayahuasca bit, just everything, right?
Yeah, no, it was all like I had to just live these things out. It was all pre-planned, it seemed. I just took some risks, man. Like, I know a lot of people won't. Well, I'll just tell you what I do. Like, I like to email people and get in contact with those people that I'm excited about reaching out to, and people that might have something to share. And a lot of people won't do that. They'll feel some resistance that this person is too high up on the hierarchy, or they'll feel stupid and not reach out. And every time I do that, I reach out to people and ask for something or whatever. It always comes back and ends up changing myself in some way.
Yeah, so. Look at that. Yeah, man, I so resonate with what you just said there. Like, even in our communities and even myself sometimes, it's those big risks that we take. And they're risks, but they're not like we're going to die risks. They're risks that are calculated, that are going to give us so much back, and we know it, but we're scared to do them sometimes. We sometimes even get in ruts where we don't take them. And if we don't, then that risks our growth, or the kind of growth that we could get. Because we're always going somewhere, but it's a question of how fast. I feel like, how fast do you want to grow? I want to go pretty fast. Right. That's why I took the mushrooms. That's why I do the traveling. I'm doing next year traveling to America again and Hawaii. So yeah, I love the fact that you did that. I mean, I think that's brave, by the way. Coming to America next year, man. I made a decision a few days ago, the correct one, finally, to meet up with people, because, you know, I know too many people in America yourself, man. I know way too many cool people there not to do that, to do a road trip, to see the beautiful sights. Jesus, do the east to west coast and Hawaii too. Have the fun.
Man, I would love to see you when you get over here. I could show you a good time for sure. I know some cool spots.
Yeah, bro. Where are you? Yeah, I'd love to. Where are you? Which bay?
Well, I'm in
which
Georgia,
base? Which end?
But I was particularly thinking out west. Out west, like, there's a lot going on out west for sure. Big.
Yeah, you mean in Cali?
Space.
Yeah. Oh, Texas, all that stuff. Cali, Texas, Arkansas. I was thinking they've got a spiritual community in Sedona. Definitely Sedona. Want to go to? Check that spiritual community out there. Yeah. And there's so much, man, to explore. They've got Asheville's a cool place to go. Colorado, Denver, Colorado.
Yep.
What was it in Colorado? Where the urine drinkers are. For Boulder. There we go. You know it. Yeah, all these places, man. Holy shit, what an opportunity to go to visit all of them. It'd be amazing. And people can come with me if they want to. I'll visit people, but I'll visit you. But I want people to come with me, like do a road trip. And in Hawaii. We'll end it in Hawaii, the home of the ukulele. So that'd be cool too. Meet some more cool people.
Nice. Yeah, you've taken a lot to the ukulele recently. How's that going?
Oh, mate, I'm in love. I'm in love with an instrument and music for the first time. I was made to do it as a kid, and I found it really boring and annoying to do great in guitar and other instruments, guitar mainly. And yeah, now I'm doing it for myself for fun. I'm finding it really peaceful, healing. I didn't expect it to heal me, bro, my brain. It's a brain high. I mean, it's not a mushroom brain high, but it is a very slow and subtle, beautiful brain high when you practice every day. get better. It's very powerful, underrated. I was underrating it in terms of its healing power.
Oh, yeah.
Forget about the beauty.
Yeah.
Like, it's really.
And just
Do you play?
the brain just recognizing that it's doing something every day, and it sees that it's getting better at something. It starts to click into what the process is, and start to enjoy the process more, which allows it to let go of the destination, and that translates to everything else in life.
Man, it's like teaching you mastery, by practicing, and it doesn't become it teaches you exactly not needing the outcome, which we all so desperate. Right. I feel like everyone has levels of letting go and attachment that they can get rid of. Everyone, including us in duality here, light workers. Jesus, we need to let go of shit. We get affected when our loved ones die, even if we don't agree with them on everything we say. So we've got work to do. And music and playing that instrument, getting better at something. It's another thing why I like the human brain so much, bro. It's doing that when you sleep. Every time you practice it, it's just rewiring. But this Amanita, man, I love this Amanita because when you sleep, it actually does most of its work. It's the only mushroom that does that. When you sleep, it like puts you to sleep, and then it just heals you in your sleep. That's so amazing. I feel like, Jesus, that's so sacred. No wonder why it's called a sacred mushroom. I get it now.
Well, I mean, when we're sleeping, part of our brain is sleeping, our conscious side, but we're off in these other realms doing all sorts of crazy adventures.
Right, yeah, that's true. Do you practice lucid dreaming and all that stuff? Or can you do it?
I practicing lucid dreaming. Yeah. I'm not always successful, but when I'm most successful, this is a good segue. Because I know you've done Vipassana courses. Is that right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Twice. Yeah, man. Done 2 Vipassanas, 10 days.
Right. So I got pretty into it. I was managing I lived at a center for a few years, and during courses is when I lucid dream quite often, actually.
Wow, that's really interesting. Why is that? So you was practicing it a lot more, I guess. What was going on with that modality of healing, of Vipassana, that was making you lucid dream, do you reckon? More.
It bridges. If we can imagine, so in waking time, we have our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, right? Just very simply put. And as we're meditating more and more, especially on retreat mode, as you know, we're meditating 10 to 15 hours a day, that gap just starts to slide closer. And then you think of like the arc of sparks that go through it until they eventually just overlap, and there's no difference anymore. You've just got the mind. And in retreat mode, when I'm really deep, I can fall into sleep and just start the lucid dream process and not even realize that I'm in sleep. I'm just observing the mind in a different capacity.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
It does. And then from that point, you can control it a little bit.
Yeah, but
when
it's true. But it's about keeping equanimity, right? Because as soon as I get excited, I'll jump back up to the conscious mind or the conscious mind. But in the controlling, it's fun because the first thing I always want to do is just launch off and start flying as soon as I recognize it. But what I really like doing is just allowing it to unfold and just see what happens. If I don't try and manipulate anything, let's just see what happens here. Yeah,
I like that, bro. That comes back to letting go aspect, because I found, and people talk about this too, like when you try too hard, you get excited because you have this moment sometimes, and everyone's had it when you're lucid dreaming. You're like, oh, I can control my dream. So the first thing you think is, when you're too excited, it's like, I'm gonna fly. Gonna fly. But then of course, when you do actually go and fly and you're too excited, it can ruin it, and you can go drop out the lucid dream because you're involving too much conscious. You're too excited. And it's same, I guess, with wet dreams. I'm just thinking out loud here with me too. I think sometimes in wet dreams, they happen because you get too excited and you lose touch with the reality grounding that you need to make the lucid dreaming, the wet dreams stop. I'm thinking that too. I think there's a link there. Because I still get wet dreams, if I'm being honest, and I'm not beating myself up, but I think it's because we get too excited, bro. That exciting thing, that it stops the flying and it stops the wet dream. We go with the, I don't know, it's going to flow. Not judging us, just find it interesting that we do fuck up, I guess, sometimes.
No, I think there's different things that can happen with wet dreams too. Like I've had experiences where I've been almost kind of like raped by some astral entity in the dream, and it's caused the same reaction as a wet dream, but it's just, in the astral realm, to have like kind of sexual interactions, it's just basically like communing with one another's energy. And that has happened in my wet dream with, kind of you would call a malicious thing, a malicious being, and it elicited the same reaction, you know, wet underwear or whatever.
Yeah. Even though, that's weird, isn't it, man? Yeah. So so you do astral traveling too? You've done it consciously or unconsciously? That's another interesting topic. Jeez.
It's pretty unconscious. It's usually just happens like when I'm on retreat, man. When I'm on retreat, all sorts of, you know, different mental capacities open up. But when I'm back in Babylon, then they're much more subtle in nature, and I don't access them as easily.
Yeah, I love that. It's the meditation. When I was doing my second one, I took it super much seriously than the first. I learned a lot of lessons from the first one, mistakes I made. And when I did the second one, within the first day or two, I was having DMT experiences with my eyes open. That really shocked me. I was like, what the hell? I'm seeing DMT creatures on the walls. I was doing a bit naughty, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing yoga when I shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, I was doing yoga on it. I know it's against the rules, but I wanted to try everything. So I was dry fasting, wasn't eating as much, even though I should. And I was doing yoga. And when I was doing yoga, I'm doing the meditation with it. I could see little creatures on the wall. I was like, oh, these guys, they're having fun. They're my DMT friends. But I'm not high. I'm not an illegal high. I'm just meditating all day and doing yoga. So that's cool. Thank you, DMT guys. Nice to see you. It was a fat man wandering around. You know, they're funny, aren't they, these DMT creatures? They're funny to look at. They make me laugh. So
yeah, they are funny.
It was a fat man.
They can be funny. They can be anything. They can be anything. They can be funny. It's
a fat man with a plow, bro. He's a fat man with a plow, and he was going down, looking at me and laughing. And he's going, woo, woo, hello. Like, okay, have fun. You're having fun. God, this realm seems really cool. And everyone's scared of death. Like, oh, you're scared of this shit, man. Come on, join the fun. Join the fun party. These guys are having fun in the DMT world. You're going to have fun too when you die.
Well,
that's my positive self-thing.
But to be fair, at that meditation center that you were at, which has a much higher vibe than just some random place. Like if you're gonna go to, like, say, the inner city or some park and then trip on DMT there, you might not see the same things that you saw in the meditation center.
Why is that? Tell me why you think that.
It's just a different vibration. That's all. And there's nothing wrong about a different vibration, but different entities have different fuel sources and have less awareness and therefore are reacting more and more. So you could get into the lower realms when you're in some of the lower realms of this physical world. They correspond with the lower realms of the other planes as well. So
right. I'm with you. So, but how are you saying that in the city? It's because we're in the city. Why are you saying specifically that you have these more in the city? Is it because of that area has a different vibration? Because I'm trying to learn it. I don't really understand. Like, is it because areas have vibrations too on a deeper level? Pockets of areas.
Sure. Well, that's one layer of it. The area itself, maybe something happened to that area. Maybe there was a massive battle in that area or something, and just really depressed the vibration because the kinds of acts that were committed were just lower vibrational acts. And again, I want to be clear, nothing wrong with those lower vibrational acts. They're just part of reality. That's it. You know, just like people poop, people eat. There's just another thing. People kill, people rape. It's not what I want to experience, but it happens, and it's welcome in reality, no doubt. Yeah. But those actions are denser. And so when they happen, they attract denser beings that are constantly reacting, like hungry ghosts, like wayward spirits, all of these things. And those might not be as pleasant as the fat man with the plow at the meditation center. Yeah,
laughing. That's so true. I'm yet to meet the dark demons. I can't wait though, because I've always been like this. I know you're the same, and a lot of people watching this, man. You light and dark, yin and yang. If you want to actually fucking grow and not spiritually bypass and shit, you have to go to the dark. I mean, you have to do the shrooms, you have to do the mushrooms, a lot of it. You have to do the DMT experiences. You have to do the Vipassana 10 hours a day. You have to do this shit to have extreme experiences of the actual shit that's out there. Because people are running away and scared of all the dark, man. The dark is what makes you brave. That's what makes us what we're doing. So it gives us the mission. It almost gives you the mission, man. The dark. It's seeing the dark, overcoming the dark. You overcome the dark by acknowledging it's there. You don't run away from it, right? You accept it. There's dark frequencies, low frequencies out there. Even you're low frequency, your shadow. What shit have we not been accepting about ourselves, yeah? I've got it too. We all do.
Yeah. But that's the great thing, is that as I accept the dark more in the outside and in the inside, I realize that there's nothing dark about it. It's just another aspect of reality that is being played out. And that's it. That's it. There's no rules.
Just your judgment on it.
There's no rules, bro.
Right?
All of the rules are just things that we've created to, and they're rules we've created to keep society moving, to keep efficiency moving, to keep us in a state of comfort,
numbness,
and
innit?
contentedness.
I feel like I know that logically what you're saying. I know what you're saying logically, and you're saying you felt that emotionally. What you're saying, I know that logically. Have you felt that emotionally? Is that what? That's powerful. From what experiences have given you that to make you feel that emotionally? Was it mushrooms? Was it trees? What was it, man? Ah, okay.
Yeah. So last year, you remember how this whole pedophile elite thing blew up last year, and we started learning about all of these things that, or at least more and more people started learning about some of these darker forces, you could call them, whatever. And when I was on ayahuasca, I did ayahuasca last year on the summer solstice. I was in Ecuador, and the message was clear, bro. It was so clear. It's like, look, you've got to accept these people too, that they are part of the reality, and they are just the same way that I go downstairs at night and I might binge on some food and whatever. They have addictions. People have different addictions. And say these elite pedophiles have a certain addiction. Well, their addiction happens to be adrenalized blood from, infants or whatever. And that's not a reality I want to experience.
No.
But it is a reality. It is a reality.
Yeah.
And I had to really come to grips with, look, there's anything that I think is dark or bad, that is my own subjectivity overlaying. There's nothing objectively bad or wrong or right, for that matter, in the ultimate reality. It's all accepted under the umbrella that I view as God.
Right. Yeah. And you felt this, man. That's powerful. It wasn't just to feel everything is perfect, like everything is right, even though there's literally things in duality like pedophilia as an obvious example that really upset us and trigger us. To feel that as right and accept it, even not as right, sorry, to accept it. That's the ultimate, man. That'd be cool.
With my heart as well. Did I lose you?
Yeah, carry on though. Other people have heard it.
No, I was just saying, I need to balance that view with my heart, because in my heart, when I'm really opened up in my heart, when I think of an act like pedophilia or rape, it's unbearable. It's unbearable, the amount of pain, right? So there's some balance between my heart opening and, feeling the human suffering of it, or the suffering aspect, and also recognizing that, look, this is all happening exactly as it needs to, without question. And so there's some tension point between those two views that I'm always trying to.
Carry on, man. This is good. Not on my end. I apologize. I don't know why it's doing that. Right.
No, it's cool.
But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So honestly, man, that's a powerful point. As soon as I came off, I was like repeating it. Like, so you're saying that you need the tension, right? You need the like, it's not like you just completely go into la la land and the reality, true nature of like, but you need that balance between the tension and the pain of what's actually going on there, so that you'll make changes. But at the same time, the letting go aspects of realities of like everything is just good. That's so hard to, you get it on ayahuasca, the balance. You're saying you're getting the balance right. You was feeling peace with both of them, both paradoxes. Was you feeling at peace with both of them?
No, and that's the thing. It was like a peacefulness, but there was so much pain involved. And then at the deeper levels, I realized that the pain and the suffering is the same as the grace and the love. There's no difference between them.
Right, it's all the same. My God. Okay, mine's getting fucked. Yeah.
It
So
is.
you
No,
was
it is.
realizing
And the
there
pain
isn't.
is the love.
Yeah. The pain is the love. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay. That's like deep, man. Like I know that's just words, but that's actually fucking not, man. Yeah, when you think that everything's the same and we worry
Yeah.
so much about this shit, man. And that must have been healing. So what you're saying is when you had this deep feeling and knowing now from ayahuasca that everything's the same, did you feel like there's nothing to worry about? Because there was worry before, I guess, or a part of you was worried, the shadow, whatever, or feeling pain in your heart.
Yeah, no, and that still comes up. Like that still comes up, bro. So like these patterns of doubt, self-doubt, worry, anxiety, all of these are just
Mm.
patterns. And so if we can think of it that we each have these massive chunks of patterns within us that help make us up, and we go through these healing experiences and say I had this much anxiety before, and then I go through a few
Yeah.
healing experiences and now I've got this much. So I still
Yep.
have it and it still comes up from time to time, but it doesn't come up
Yeah.
as strongly, it doesn't come up as often, but it's still there. And so as we go on our healing journey, we're slowly like reducing those patterns, which is our karma. Our patterns are our karma. They're the same thing. And so when they finally get down to zero, that's when we can shoot up into nirvana, the kingdom of heaven, and basically bounce out.
Right. Yeah,
But
I
that
agree with
could
you,
be
bro.
this
Like
lifetime. That could be 100
all another
lifetimes
ones.
from now. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's so true. I'm down with that view. I know this is the truth. The reality is like you can keep coming back here because we always seem to forget with amnesia most of our past lives and all that stuff. So we'll keep the cycle, and we're here to heal ourselves. And ayahuasca once, or mushrooms once, isn't going to completely heal you to the level where you're like completely 100% present all the time, whatever you think you're going to get all the time. But each thing that we do as light workers, whether that be physical health, emotional, spiritual health, taking plant medicine, everything is worthy because everything is just slowly or quickly taking your brain down to resetting it from the trauma that we came into from past lives or whatever you believe back into. We're just healing ourselves, man. We're in duality here. There's ups and downs. Nothing's still. I mean, the ultimate truth is presence and stillness, but we're in duality in a school. I look at it like what is it Dolores Cannon says, like an earth school. Are you passing the test? Are you upgrading for the next life? How much are you upgrading for the next life? Are you facing your fears? Are you doing as much as you can? Are you learning all these lessons? Not worrying so much, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
No, yeah, we come in with some clear goals. And, you know, we've been doing this a long time, bro. We've been doing this billions of lives. I mean, this is nothing new. So that just having that perspective allows me to zoom out. And when I can zoom out that way, I start to take this life a little less seriously. That doesn't mean I'm not like taking it seriously, but I don't take it seriously to the point that it is creating more resistance, more density on me from having to get it done, having to get enlightened. I've got to heal. I've got to do this, that, and that. I've got to be the best star seed I can be. And it's like, whoa, I'm putting more pressure on myself than is necessary right now. And it's counterproductive to what I'm actually wanting.
Yeah, that's true, man. Life is literally that balance between needing something and desiring our highest true selves as warriors. We know that we come here to do good work, but at the same time, we'll never achieve that if we're attached to the outcome. And the more attached you are, the more you need, the more desperate you are, the harder it's going to be. It's a lesson. I love life, man. Jesus, it gives us so many lessons on that. It's huge. What are you talking about? Huge topic.
And it's just like the lucid dreaming we were talking about earlier. You know, I'm getting more and more comfortable with not directing my life as much and allowing it to unfold. Like if I have this karma that needs to play out and these patterns that are trying to arise for me to integrate them, I think the best way, like how Goenkaji says in the courses, like just let the rope go. Let the rope go. It will unravel on its own. Just let it go and watch it unravel all on its own. That's what nature does. Nature's going to always come back to balance. I just need to get the fuck out of my own way. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a huge point.
Psychedelics force me to get out of my way.
Right. Do you think that psychedelics, even if you are spiritually bypassing and doing all the bad things that we know some people in our community do and seem to always be the same and not really grow even though they say outwardly they are, do you think it works on them too when they take these things at large amounts, or do you think they can still block it and still not grow from them. Does that make any sense? The question I asked.
Yeah, I
Just like,
think that. Yeah, I
can,
think that.
can you trick yourself with, even if you're doing the same protocols, the same power shit as other people? Can you still bypass? Is it possible
Yeah.
to still not take responsibility? It is. Wow, you've seen people like
Oh,
that
I
then?
think so. I think so. Yeah. Well, look, the whole thing is constructed of mind. This whole thing is constructed of mind that we're in right
Hmm.
now. So, yeah, the mind can go through its own back doors if it needs to. And I think all of us, to
Right.
some degree, who use psychedelics, it's not like 100% we've gotten the message on this, or 0% and I've just tricked myself. I'm, I know in all of my psychedelic trips, I get some things out of it, but there's also delusions that I pick up. And so it's really about how I can discern the delusions that I'm picking up and what did I
Yeah.
actually learn from this situation, and being honest with myself.
Yeah. That's powerful, man. Because I definitely seen people in the communities that I feel, as much as I love them, I don't feel they're growing. I think they're spiritually bypassing. That term I know is made popular, but I think they're just always going to be that way in our communities, and that's their how they see themselves, their identity, truly as not healing themselves, even though they seem to outwardly say I'm healing or shit. I can see that they're not, and like you're stuck in a role, and you're stuck. And I think that's the opposite of life because we're always changing, we're either getting worse or getting better, either taking
Right.
responsibility and stepping up or not. So yeah, I find it fascinating, man. I really don't think
It, it,
everything in life is in constant flux. Everything is. The sun's never
yeah.
still. Everything's moving. Everything, all time. Atoms. Everything's moving. Nothing's ever still. Ever in nature. Even us. Nothing's still. Ever.
No, it's true. Well, and here's a more productive question to me. So the people that you think are spiritually bypassing, they're just projections of our mind. So how can we use that information of I'm thinking this person is bypassing to then use
Yeah.
it as our own fuel? Like, okay, where the fuck am I bypassing? What's going on? Where am I bypassing? Because I can think of a lot of
Mm.
ways that I'm bypassing. And it's changing, like you said, all the moment. There are days where I am totally bypassing, and there are days I'm really facing it. It's not, I'm not consistent all the time. But what I do find is that the more consistent I am with just being honest with myself, like, oh yeah, today
Yep.
I just really, you know, shat my pants today. I am bypassing the fuck out of this issue. But I find that when I'm honest with myself about it,
Yeah.
that the tension starts to dissolve around it, and I feel more comfortable about facing whatever it is, just by admitting to myself, wow, I'm really avoiding this thing, whatever this thing is. and
Mm.
and just bringing it out into the open helps to dispel some of the mystery behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I love that. I mean, people think that being positive all the time is on Facebook and social media is bypassing too. I disagree. Like sometimes I'll be positive all the time, but I don't bypass the dark. I need the dark. I need the
Right.
it's like what I'm trying to say is like there's something as judgment discernment. I like this idea they talk about in community. Like there's judging people and there's discerning. I'm going to discern and judge people so that I don't do that. That's what you made me think there. You made me think like, well, I'm judging people so that I don't want to be like that. So if I see someone spiritually bypassing on an issue or their entire personality, as some people are, or just on certain things, that the reason why we're judging that is because I feel like we don't like the aspect in them, but we don't like it, so we don't do it. Really, it's not that we don't like
Right.
them. It's like so we don't do it ourselves because we're on a growth journey here, and I can see a hole in them, and that's okay.
Right.
But that means that I don't want me, so I can fix myself. Because if you see something negative in someone else, that's an aspect that's a part of you, right? That's why we connect, I
Right.
guess, on a deep level. We that human aspect, negative aspect in anyone, even in a normal person. Like you see something negative in them,
Right.
some darkness, not take responsibility. You're like, oh, there's a part of me that could end up like that. You don't like it, and then you don't do that. You practice the opposite. You
Right.
practice the truth, that seeing life as it is. It's really interesting, man. I think it's really important to. This is why it's important not just to post all the time positive shit, to expose your realness, your shadow, because that's how we grow from looking at the real shit, man.
No, it's true, man. You say that, man. I know that a lot of the spiritual bypassing is so much optimism. It's just like this unbridled and almost faux optimism. And Wait patiently.
Sorry,
You hear
man.
me?
That was really good as well. Yeah, everyone else heard me. So you say, yeah, this unbridled optimism. Need for a cut off.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that it all comes back down to preferences to me. So
Mm,
I like certain things and I don't like certain things. And a
mm,
spiritual person, a spiritual person is supposed to like everything, embrace everything, right? And
mm.
I'm seeing it differently now that I have this very idiosyncratic personality that has preferences,
Yeah,
that has likes, that judges people, that discerns things. And instead of pretending that I'm not this thing that judges, discerns, has
mm,
preferences, I'm just going to fucking embrace that I am this complicated, you know, individual who has a changing personality, who makes mistakes, who is all over the spectrum on any layer of duality. I can ride the whole spectrum. And that's just me.
yeah,
And I think all of us, as we become more aware, I don't think I'm special in that matter. I think when we become more of aware of
mm,
what's going on within ourselves, we realize
yeah,
just how insane and complicated we are. And instead of shunning
yeah,
that away, really start to
yeah.
embrace I'm a complicated individual and I've got something to share. And I think others also will resonate with these complexities.
I love that. Yeah, we are deep people, man. It's okay to feel the full range of emotions here in duality. And yeah, it's not all about being heavy positive. I do feel like with the social media, if someone comes across as all positive all the time, I know, I can tell some people are doing the work though. I can tell that people are really, because I feel like there's so much negativity with what's going on now with COVID. I forgive people for what they're doing. They're just going, we need to brainwash ourselves in the opposite. Like, I get it. Like sometimes when people seem as overly positive, but actually I can tell their quality, they're doing it because there's so much negativity. We're trying to push the different side to it. Sometimes I feel like the world needs like do you know what I'm saying with balance? Like it's gone overall with the Matrix and the COVID and all this stuff. It's gone to a level of dark, it would seem, around the world. A lot of fear, a lot of death, or whatever you want to believe. So like I feel like to get rid of that extreme darkness they're trying to push on us, the way we counteract it maybe is what could seem like fake positivity, but actually it isn't. It's just like the opposite. Because if it's extremely down there, you have to push yourself the extreme action opposite there. If that makes any sense. You can't just do a little bit.
It
If
makes
you're a little bit
perfect
positive
sense.
versus right, I'm just thinking this through with you now, man. Like, and so extreme negative can't be tackled. Extreme negative that's out there and what they're trying to give us right now. I mean, everyone extremely negative world. Apologize, man. Yeah, Phil
It's
was
all
like,
good, bro.
yes. Sorry, man. It just keeps going in. So yeah, this Jeez Christ, this is annoying. Okay, so the extreme negativity that's out there, right, and what they're trying to do they're trying to push this extreme negativity can only counteracted by us doing extremely positive things. And that means going over the top, what can be perceived as spiritually bypassing by some people sometimes too. Just really pushing ourselves and really
Right.
trying our it's also a reason why we should be working on ourselves as much as we can and not saying, hey, not much chill time. There isn't. I mean, yeah, there's chill time and yeah, everything's perfect. But if there's so much that we're playing up against in the world at large with the consciousness they're trying to push us down with at the moment of our fellow human beings, we've got to really go for it, hell for leather, man. You know, like do those macro doses of psychedelics, do what you did, go traveling around the world, do the big things, because those are the ones that make us grow the most. And then we can impact people the quickest and the fastest here. Because we want to
Sure,
ascend,
but
right?
here's the thing. Here's the thing that underneath that view that you just shared is
Mm,
is the idea that we need to get somewhere. So not everyone's karma is going to
Yeah.
be have the tendencies to grow in big ways. Some people's karma are just here to experience this human birth for the first time and just grow a little bit. Just grow a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
learn a little bit of lessons. And some of us are here to really just blow the shit out of the water and just to go hard. And so
Mm.
they're all welcome here, right? We're all welcome
Yeah.
here. But
Hey,
I'm
thanks for reminding me.
resonating more and more with
Mm.
people like yourself who are starting to embrace themselves unapologetically, that are just
Mm.
being who they are as best they can be, and just really
Yeah.
start to share that more and more, because that has a fucking strong vibration, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true, bro. Like, yeah, maybe it's I like this, what you're saying. It's like our karma, mine and you, the ones that go hardcore quick and just want to get the job done because we don't want to waste time. It's because ultimately we feel like, yeah, we're going to have many lives, but we want to get the mission done on this life as fast as possible so that we can advance to the next life. Whereas a lot of people, that's our lesson too. Not judge people that are going a bit slower in our team, that are still light
Yeah,
workers and still doing the
absolutely.
shit. They still got a good job
And
affecting people that we can't affect. Yeah.
and us, Harry. How often
Mm.
do you judge yourself for thinking you've not done enough, or you
Oh, all the
haven't
time, bro.
advanced enough, right? That's
Yeah.
our lesson.
Yeah.
Our lesson is patience, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God. This girl I spoke to yesterday, I think I'm receiving it from you today. Like patience, bro. In this game that we're playing, that's the one word, yeah? That's huge. I need to hear that lesson. Like patience. Like do the right thing
Yeah.
and let go and be patient. Because some things, some projects, some of your healing, if it really it's ancestral shit too, it's gonna take time, man. You gotta be patient. Because what's the other option?
Definitely.
What's the other option? Give up? Is the other option is the opposite to patience giving up? I don't know what the opposite to patience is. It might be giving
It's
up.
burnout. It's burnout.
Burnout. Ah, okay. Yeah.
You just keep going.
Um,
Like, I think my job is to just do the things that I'm resonating with, do the things that I want to do, and let the chips fall where they may. I know that the things I'm trying to do are coming from me, my own heart, my own mind, and I don't feel like I have ill intentions towards anyone. Well, that's not true. At times I do, but I'm just trying to just play the game as skillfully as I can and see what happens.
Yeah. I like this, bro. And this is why conversations between me and you, people listening, is so important because even me and you, and I'll just speak for me here maybe, because I can only remember, I forget this lesson sometimes too. I get so caught up in the left brain doing shit, got to do this, got to do that I forget that it's all a game and it's all good. And like, it's a game. I forget sometimes it's a game. You take it so seriously, bro. Like, Jesus, it is a game, man. It was
Yeah.
meant to be a fun game. It's got some tough lessons in there, but it is meant to be ultimately, I think, a fun game.
Right. Well, that's just one perspective. So those that take the game too seriously need to hear that it's just a game. But then there's people
Right.
who see it as just a game and don't take it seriously at all. And they need to hear, look, dude, this is serious work you have to be doing. So it's like we're always trying to find our balance and trying the universe, the matrix is always trying to bring us back into that balance on all levels.
Yeah.
And the levels are 3D. There's strings of duality all over in so many different situations. So,
oh man, that's powerful. The balance, man. It comes back to what we said earlier about the balance. And yeah, I've been through phases in my life when I was more extreme than what I am. I mean, I know from a normal person's perspective, me and you and a lot of people watching this are considered extreme. I mean, our views and thoughts and what we do. But I know for me personally, I've been more extreme and more I've done. And now in my version, just ultimately what matters to me, I'm becoming less extreme and getting more balanced. And I think that's important too on everyone's journey. It's okay to go extreme, and you will find that being extreme isn't a good place to stay. You'll find this. I wouldn't even need to say this to you. You'll figure it out for yourself. You'll be like, I'm just too extreme now. I need to go back into my balance point. Yeah, I'm still doing all the shit I'm doing. I'm a light worker. I've come here and the mission's important, but hey, I need to chill out sometimes, man. Get that balance right.
Let me ask you this, because I've always been labeled as extreme myself, but to me, none of the things I've done ever felt extreme. It always felt like a natural next step and felt normal to me. But from the outsider's view, they thought it was extreme.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly how I feel people look at me and everyone. Like, they look at us as weird extremos with what we think and do. And to us, it's all completely normal and what everyone should do. Actually, I said this to my dad recently once. I said, my dad said to me, you're smart. And I was really on point with this. And I said to him, I must have been in a moment or something. I said, no, I'm not smart. I'm seeing reality as it is. This should be normal. Yeah, in an ideal world, this should be normal. And I shouldn't be deemed as smart for seeing reality as it is. It's only because most of the Matrix lot don't refuse to see reality as it is due to programming, and it's not even their fault, you could argue, because the programming's so strong, the negativity is so extreme, the worry, the fear, that they're not seeing life. But shouldn't it be normal? Like, I mean, what we are should be
I'm not
normal,
sure.
and then the extreme goes out the window. Go on.
Well, I'm not sure that it needs to be normal. I'm not sure. Well, because even though I've awakened from, like, say, the first layer of being asleep, there's so many layers to wake up in, right? So, and I'm not sure what's normal anymore, or if there's even such thing as normal. I know that there's things that I would like to see in the world. I have preferences about that. But as far as
Yeah.
reality, I'm not sure what's normal. And I don't even know if there is normal, bro.
Oh, I like this, man.
There's just what
This
I
one bit.
want. There's just what I want.
Yeah.
I would love a world where
Yeah.
everyone is trying to, grow and do this and that and whatnot. But really what I'm wanting is just a connection. I'm wanting connection with people who understand and see me. And really what I'm wanting is to see myself more fully, to connect with myself more fully.
Oh, yeah, I like that, man. So connection with psychedelics has been huge for me. The realization, the deepest realization, not logical, emotional, that connection is what I enjoy, what we all humans seem to enjoy. That deep connection, understanding for people to get you, to feel.
We will wait.
Okay, apologize for that. I've also realized it's going to be 5 minutes before it tells me that it's going off anyway. So, but yeah, but you was making a powerful point about connection, man. Connection is everything. That's another deep. Okay, this is super annoying. I apologize for all of this, man. But yes,
Dude, it's all groovy.
Yeah, connection is the power shit, man. That's the one. Like, that's why we do what we do. It's a very deep level, and there's levels to that too that I love. But I do love the game. I wanted to give you the opportunity too, because we've gone all over the place. And I really appreciate this conversation, man. You made me think a lot here, and it's good. Like, and people watching too. I think people have enjoyed this, man. Henry and stuff. Yeah, James. So yeah, let us know. Is there anything like you want to share with people as a last piece of information? Also, where people can find your stuff, man. Like, if you're interested in connecting with people.
Cool. Yeah, I'm always willing to connect with people that are like-minded, or most of the time I am. You can just find me on social media here. I'm diving into music really heavily right now, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And it's some very funky and raw music.
Yeah.
And I'd love to just for people to listen to it, because I'm deeply curious what people think of it. I'm quite insecure about it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm always curious about what other people think of my content.
Right, okay then. How about this for an offer? Like, I don't know if you're up for this one. So let's do another one, either next week or the week after, very soon, if you got time. And let's do your music, share your music, because I want to share people's music, because I, like yourself, man, music, Jesus Christ. It's music, good to hear. It offers so much value to people, but there's something powerful going on with that shit, man. A deep level when you listen to it, when you create it, even more than when you listen. My God, does music heal you? I'm like obsessed, man. I never knew this, bro. Like, it's amazing. What instruments are you playing? What music are you creating?
I play the guitar, and I am currently creating beats using electronic software and doing a lot of like.
Okay. So yeah, he's playing beats and guitar.
Hip hop, rap, poetry, things like that.
You're singing too. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
singing
The old
too.
sing.
Singing too.